And we begin tonight with that Secret Service agent robbed at gunpoint in Tustin. Good evening, I'm Kathy Ibarra.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. It happened over the weekend during President Biden's trip to Southern California.
NBC4's Conan Nolan joins us live in the newsroom with what we are learning tonight. Conan.
That's right. This happened in the city of Tustin about an hour after the conclusion of President Biden's glitzy fundraiser at the Peacock Theater near Crypto.com Saturday night in downtown L.A. According to police in the city of Tustin, a United States Secret Service agent was robbed at gunpoint, and that the agent had a bag stolen from him, but that agent got off a couple of rounds from his own service weapon during the incident. The suspect got away. It's unclear if he was wounded. Now, police say the robbery happened around 9:30 Saturday night at the Tustin Fields residential community that's near the intersection of Edinger and Harvard Avenues in Orange County. Some of the agent's belongings were recovered near the area. This, of course, took place the same night President Biden, Barack Obama, and Hollywood celebrities gathered in downtown L.A. to raise an estimated $30 million for the president's reelection campaign. Here's an image of a 2004-2006 Silver Infiniti FX35 vehicle that officials say was seen leaving the scene. Tustin police is asking for anyone who saw this car or what happened to contact them. The U.S. Secret Service is not saying exactly what the agent's assignment was that night. They confirmed the incident, though, to NBC News, adding that the agent was not injured or harmed in the robbery. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
Conan.
First, everyone wants them gone. The crowd, squealed tires, and danger. At an all-time high, the difficulty in stopping street takeovers. The news at 5 starts now.
This is NBC4 News at 5.
We begin with those takeovers. Our I-team has been looking into how the number of reports of street takeovers and street racing has continued to skyrocket around the LA area. Good evening, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano.
And I'm Michael Brownlee in for Colleen here tonight. Well, despite increased attention from city leaders and focused efforts from police, nothing seems to be slowing them down. Investigative reporter Eric Leonard is live with an update on why it's been so difficult to get a handle on this problem. Eric.
Well, hi, Michael and Annabelle. We saw that video from the takeover a week ago in South LA that authorities said led to a mob-style break-in at an auto parts store. So we wanted to find out what's been happening. Now, in the city of LA, there are task forces specifically focused on street racing and these so-called sideshows. But officials tell us laws right now aren't tough enough, so there's little to deter people from taking part. Police tell the I-team many in the crowd that raided this AutoZone store at Century and Hoover had been part of the street takeover or sideshow at the intersection nearby at Century and Hoover. And data gathered by the LAPD's 2 street racing task forces shows the number of races and takeovers has continued to climb in the first part of 2024.
It's just been kind of frustrating dealing with all the street takeovers. It started back in 2021 and just been dealing with it ever since then, and they've gotten worse.
Michael Kirschman Jr. says it seems like there's been at least one every week near his house near Century and Hoover, where the AutoZone was targeted a week ago. And he says it feels like calls to authorities haven't done much.
First of all, I say just call the non-emergency number, which you do, and you're on there for 20 to 30 minutes waiting for a dispatch officer to get on, and then you tell them what's happening, and usually tell you that several other people have called in already, and then you wait like another 30 minutes before you hear police sirens showing up.
As the I-team reported at this time last year, the number of takeovers has increased in Central and South LA, and officials have said few of the strategies used to try to stop them are working. Bumps glued to the street or other physical barriers installed at an intersection, the report said, rarely stop the takeover. One specific type of barrier installed in Sylmar appeared to work, but rather than stop takeovers, it just drove the cars and crowds to other streets nearby. Authorities say the bigger issue is still the law. Even when officers show up and catch people in the act, there are few significant penalties. And according to some new data, the number of reckless driving and speeding tickets issued at these events went up significantly in early 2024, and yet the number of reported street races also increased by nearly 50%, and the number of reported takeovers crept up by about 2%.
It's hard enough in South LA. I think that if all of a sudden small businesses are constantly getting hit, people are not going to want to set up small businesses down here. I mean, these are neighborhoods that people have lived in for a long time, and I think South LA deserves better.
Now, one man was arrested after allegedly leading police on a chase after that AutoZone raid last week. He was charged with several felonies, including organized retail grand theft, but police tell us that's kind of unusual. Most people caught face misdemeanors, and at most, there aren't enhancements that increase penalties for taking part in a street takeover or a street race. There are several proposals to change state and local laws, but at the moment, none of those have taken effect. Live in the newsroom, I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News. Back to you.
NBC4's John Caddy's Klimak is live in Long Beach, where business owners say they are desperate for some help, John.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. It doesn't seem like whoever's doing this is getting away with much. There was one that happened this morning as we were making our way in. We actually saw 3 men running out of a 7-Eleven. I spoke with the manager there. He told us they only got away with $40. But this seems to be happening over and over here in the city of Long Beach. I want to show you the surveillance video. This is the Village Market that happened early yesterday morning, about 4 a.m. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you can see them break that window to make their way in. Again, we don't know what they took. But it took a few hours before police would even arrive to begin their investigation. And that's been really frustrating for a lot of these business owners. The aftermath here at the Village Market kind of shows you the mess that was left behind. But this has been the same scene at multiple businesses almost every single night. That's what these business owners are saying, and that's what they're frustrated with. I want you to hear from one of them this morning.
I don't understand what we can do when it doesn't seem like people are understanding that people are getting hurt. It's not making a safe environment for kids and families to come down and shop. People are literally scared. And also, it's not fun when all of the block's windows are boarded up. It looks like everyone's closed. It looks like a ghost town.
Yeah, she makes a really good point there. In fact, I want to bring you back live real quick and show you this Village Market here on Linden and Broadway. The glass is shattered that's still here on the sidewalk. But then look at this. All of this boarded up. This is the eyesore that is a result of... Ooh, I knocked on that and felt something that has caused some issues here in the city of Long Beach. When you look around, you got these beautiful buildings, historical buildings that are all around here that look great. I mean, this is what it's supposed to look like. These businesses that are supposed to be flourishing, a lot of them are small businesses, but we're hearing this morning from these business owners, they need your help. They need you to keep coming back because this is really affecting them in very difficult ways. Reporting live this morning in Long Beach, I'm John Caddy's Klimak, today in LA.
Skyrocket, skyrocket. Deter, deter. Raid, raid. Siren, siren. Barrier, barrier. Reckless, reckless. Crept up, crept up. Misdemeanor, misdemeanor. Shatter, shatter. Flourishing, flourishing.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.